So my name is Annelise Tropato and I teach a PhD class called Holistic Falconry, Emirati Heritage Sports. We explore one of the oldest art of self-training that exists in the world, and it has been called also the sports of the kings. And so it has been also part of royal education for centuries globally. The students that take this class will explore this heritage, and they will also learn how to handle with care another living being, the animal. They will also learn how, very pragmatically, to hold the bird, put the hood on the head, take the hood away, feed the bird, and call the bird away, make them fly, make them return, and establish this bond of trust which is necessary and essential to the relationship between the human and the animal, and is essential to the practice of falconry. And it has existed globally in many different civilizations for the past 5,000 years, and it has been recognized by UNESCO as an intangible heritage of humanity. The first treatises of falconry that have been written and that we have preserved so far come from the Middle East. And there is one also extremely important invention that has been made in the Middle East. It's the hood that we use to cover the head of the falcons. That has been crafted and ideated and designed here in the Middle East and imported in the Western world during the Middle Ages. And without this hood, the practice of falconry would be much harder.
I just thought it was interesting because you hear a lot about falcons. I mean, it's our school mascot, and you see like falconers at those desert trips, but then I never really learned about it in detail until now. So yeah, I thought it would be interesting to learn more about it.
My family has a tradition of like raising bird and also hunting bird. So like I want to have a little bit like insight into my family practice in Vietnam also by participating in this course. So like connect with the UE and connect with my own family.
I took this class because I was interested in learning more about Emirati heritage. I also found very interesting the symbolism of birds in state formation, how it's on a lot of flags, and also to some extent nationalism. So I was interested in learning more of how falcons, of their importance in the UAE.
I think it's really like the thing that you see going on behind me right now. Like you kind of like train the birds to hunt, or like it's like the first step in like getting them to hunt. I think it's really cool because you see like the speed and agility of the falcons. You really see what they are capable of when it comes to hunting, in the wild at least.
When I had the first falcon, so the first time when I touched the falcon is very special because like I never thought that the feather of the falcon is that soft.
The first time we got to take off the hood and hold the birds, at first I was very scared, but after some time seeing how the birds react and how you interact with them, it was very interesting.
We learn a lot about like the historical context behind this sport. So you learn about like the really deep history stretching back almost like 5,000 years or more of this particular sport.
The significance that I found so far is how both the falconer and the falcon learns from each other. It teaches both the physical but also the mental or the mind part of the falconry as well.
So we learn how animals, namely falcons, can help us training ourselves. So we are trained actually by the animals, by the falcons, and we train the falcons in return. So it's a two-sided relationship, and we explore this connection between humans and animals and the natural environment. So the essence of falconry is understanding that we have natural instincts, exactly as the birds have natural instinct. But we need to train ourselves to tame this natural instinct to a greater determination, to a noble cause. So this is why falconry practice and tradition is as much a physical exercise as an intellectual one. So it goes hand by hand. Go Falcons!
Yalla, Falcons!
Go Falcons!
Go Falcon!
Go Falcons!
Go Falcons!
Go Falcons!
Go Falcons!
Go Falcons!